I really disappeared.
Yeah. I mean,
You know what I mean?
but that's what it is. Like as outer space, though, we disappeared. Not even disappeared, but we came up from a time where nobody dropped every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Like people dropped every 3 years. Like there's still like the who does that? Like Frank Ocean, right? People like that. In the world. There's still acts that's still like
he came out in 2011. He's only got 3 albums.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not fucking doing it. There's people that's like, I'm not fucking doing it every year. Like, and if you can do that now, like, you really, not everybody could do that, but people can do whatever they want. But that's the one thing we had to get used to, because like we even see our peers like Vinny and Czarface and all these guys, like they're putting out fast, faster than we would ever do that shit. Because now you kind of, not that you technically have to, but you kind of do. Like you want to keep selling your shirts and selling your product. You gotta, because it's short. People, we all get sucked into this new way.
No, and the fan base gets older, so they have a lot different things that they're going through. What might quote unquote distract from the music being made is also the same as distract from it being consumed as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, they might not have all the time in the world to just dive into every project so they're gonna need something new more frequently than not. Right. Like they might not care 5 years from that. At least that's how we're trained to think. At least.
And then the thing is, we did put out some singles, right? We had
Holy Crown.
Yeah, Holy Crown, produced by Sat. We had We All In that had
Rest in peace,
Blackistan. Rest in peace, my brother Black. With Rod Digger. So we were putting things out, and then we noticed with that, like, damn, a lot of people are listening to this shit.
Yeah.
So it was like, then that's when we started to like slowly get the ball rolling and getting the wheels in motion. And that's when we put out EPs. So I'm like, Crip, we still got these fucking songs that are fucking dope as fuck. Like it don't, just because they might be 2, 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old, we don't sound different. We're not dated.
Nah, I mean, I'll just keep it a buck. Like I wasn't motivated like that. Of course, I've always loved this shit, but I feel like I'm in a part of my life right now where my kids are good.
Life is better.
Right. I'm starting to enjoy it again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just being in the lab with Scott, nephews coming through. Yeah. My nephews got shit popping. Like I feel like I got a little wind in my sails. I don't know, it sounds corny, but I feel as though like I have enough peace in my life right now where I could put energy to shit that I love doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was really big into youth football. My youngest son is about to go to high school. He's gonna play ball in high school, but he's on his own. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna be leaving school, going right to practice after school. I don't gotta take him to practice, rush home. I was coaching for a little while, and I'm still involved in the youth football. I love it. You know what I mean? I love teaching kids. But, I just feel as though I got enough peace in my life where I can now focus on other things other than trying to have peace in my life. So
right.
Now, Now, I put beats on, like I'm vibing. Before I wasn't vibing, I felt like it's just everything was a struggle for me. But now I'm like, yo, this beat's hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
like
back at sending me bars on text.
Sending them bars and like, yo, what you think of this hook?
Yeah.
Yo, I got 2 lines for a hook, man. Let's add something to this joint. What you think of this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like now, like I would just drive around listening to sports radio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, like now, like I'll be like, yo, DC sent us a beat. Let me peep these joints. MTK sent us a beat. Bingo sent us beats. Let me listen to this shit. You know what I mean? Like. And you know what I mean? Like I'm driving around listening to beats now and thinking of shit in my head, you know what I mean? And starting to get in the studio more and just really vibing off it and enjoying it again. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping that, once we drop this album and finish it, that we can maybe get a couple shows, maybe hit the West Coast, hit the East Coast up and down a little bit, you know what I mean? Maybe try to get put on other people's tours just to, get back into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm a backtrack for a second because there's something that I don't think anybody knows. I want to talk about Rod Digger for a second. You know what I'm about to talk about? I had hit Rod Digger on Twitter, right? Because she said something on Twitter that made me think like, damn, I can maybe get at it. So I remember when I messaged her on Twitter, and she hit back really fast and was like, I know who the Army of the Pharaohs is. I was just in Poland, and people were asking if I knew Army of the Pharaohs because I'm from Jersey. Jersey, Philly connect, next, New York, whatever. So she said, I'm down, let's put something together. Took a long ass time to get the verse. We kind of forgot about it. The day you called me and told me you officially had cancer, I was at work.
Yeah.
I remember I was at Pepsi. That night or the next day, I woke up with her verse in the mail.
That's crazy.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, you'll never believe it. Ross sent the fucking verse. And it was like a year later, I think. 10 months.
Yeah.
It was like either the next day or 2 days. It was really close to the day that you found out. And I remember thinking, that's some weird shit.
She killed that shit.
Yeah, and I remember you were like, damn. Or I think I said, check your email or something like that.
Yeah.
So that was a bright spot. I just wanted to tell that story because the coincidence was weird. I believe in that kind of weird shit, bro. Back to the Holy Crown and all that. So we did that, and we started to see damn, people really still want to hear our fucking music, right? So that's when we did the Lost Angels EP, which had joints that we had for Lost in Space. We didn't do nothing new, I don't think, for Lost in Space.
It was at least for a version.
Oh no, we did the joint with Mario was new.
Yeah.
Right? With Element, whatever. My son Mario. Then the other, because Me and Mono was already done.
Yeah. Oh,
What else was already done? What else was on there? They got the joint with Mario on there. 10 Toes was new.
That was new.
And that's another joint we put out.
Yeah.
That bubbled though. We did a video, and it was like, yo, people listening to this shit.
Yeah.
So there was only 2 joints. What's the other one?
That's terrible.
Yeah, what's this
Give
fourth?
Me Patience, Me or Mono.
Anyway, whatever it was, 2 of the 4 were on there, and then we did The Gods Themselves, more recent.
They got Milano on it.
They got Milano on, and
That's new.
And that was another thing. We were still able to get people like a Milano, and that was a bucket list for us.
Yeah.
Hit us. He was down. I'm down. Let's get it done. It kept showing me and him that we still could do this shit. We still have it. We still have people that want to hear it. There's legends that we didn't even know fuck with us that fuck with us.
You know what really will fuck with my head at times? You see dudes will be like, oh, he's at that age and still rapping. And I'm like, I look at the feedback and everything, and that shit kind of fucks with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to seem like a cornball to he's 40 whatever and just started rapping.
Yeah.
But I'm like, nah, we got we have a fan base.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are looking for our shit. So I'm like,
yeah.
I
think OS has a fan base too. It's not just some people that like your music. There's a core there.
No, there is a core.
For sure.
There is a core. The whole thing is we're in a position where there's a lot of people, but they're all spread out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's hard to get something, maybe hometown, maybe the tri-state, because you could get other people from Boston, New York, Philly, Maryland, whatever. But yeah, that's just the way it works, and a lot of people are from a different country, So
right.
we can go over there and do more than we can do over here. But that's how rap works. You see that with everybody. And then more recently, we did the Murderers Row project, and that came out because we got hit to do a fucking show out of nowhere because they still have some demand for it, right? Under the Pharaoh umbrella, but it was it's Reef, it's King Size, and Outer Space, right? We went out there and we fucking bodied it.
Yeah.
Right? We bodied it. People loved it. There's the same people that were
the
there.
crowd was nuts. I was in my bed hyped.
Yeah, because I was on live. Yeah. And it's we never stopped. It was still fucking going crazy. People still know the song, do this. So it was kind of like a slow motivation grind, and that's why we all right, we're back at it.
Yeah. Okay.